Welcome in to Clear Picture Financial. Your host is Jason Noble. This show is powered by Prime Capital Investment Advisors. That's where you can find Jason during the week. He's a fiduciary advisor, holds his FINRA Series 66 securities registration, certified financial planner, and retirement income certified professional with 18 years in the financial arena, helping his clients get ready for retirement. I'm Morgan Patrick, consumer advocate. Each and every week, we hit the topics, but we also give you an opportunity to get on the calendar at Prime Capital Investment Advisors. No cost, no obligation, no pressure. So let's get into this, Jason. Even with decades of preparation, surprises are likely to come our way that first year of retirement. And before the unexpected hits, we've got 5 strategies that retirees and pre-retirees can take a look at and, again, be ready for. So here's the first one. Realize that first year is going to be an adjustment period.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you had a smart plan for retirement, there's still that adjustment period where leaving that labor force means far less money coming in and more going out. And let's face it, pre-retirement habits and assumptions can be really difficult to change. Now, if money from government sources and investments represent the upside, then spending habits, with an emphasis on habits right here, right, are the other. And they must exist in balance. Imagine that balance, right, within the strategy and the distributions. Reviewing everything from subscriptions you stopped using long ago to exorbitant rates on wireless and mobile phone usage. Such moves can bolster your savings cushion and you're ready to move ahead. And this has been a trend I've seen over the last couple of years, Morgan, is couples going down to one car. They realized they weren't going many places by themselves. So why have 2 in the garage? Just to have it? So going down to one car. And that's not for everybody, but I've been seeing a lot more of that trend over the last couple of years.
I mean, think about this, folks. I mean, it's your retirement. It is going to be that adjustment period, but you're also going to, kind of put things out on the table. What do we need? What don't we need? And if we have excess, you got to trim the fat. And that will help you as you move into retirement. What about, and this is part of it too, prioritizing your expenses? Yeah,
I mean, Morgan, if you want to travel or have that delicious luxury, but it's incredibly expensive when you factor in food, lodging, flights, and frequency of trips. Want to renovate your home or buy a seaside getaway or a mountain cabin? Well, interest rates on the first and second mortgages these days are literally going through the roof. You like what I did there? Pun intended, Morgan.
Liked it.
Right. Now, before you break open the coffers and live it up, get a sense of your nice to haves versus your need to haves. If seeing and visiting family that you miss comes ahead as a priority over that 2-week trip to Paris, will allow your wallet to follow your heart in that situation.
Tell you, the first year, we're talking about things that you need to be aware of. The adjustment period, a lot of things are going to change for you. You go from working to not working. You go from having that paycheck to, living off your income streams, and it's going to be an adjustment period. And then prioritizing those expenses. You mentioned trips. I mean, a lot of people when they get into retirement, it's go-go, and it can kind of get away from you. So you need to make sure you prioritize. And do you just stop saving when you get to retirement, Jason, or should that be something that you should be working with your advisor with and make sure that you're still in that game?
Yeah, I think it's somewhat of a misnomer that you stop saving, right? Once it's time to retire, many folks throw that savings plan out the window and just go right onto the cruises and buy the dream home. But that may not be the right way to go about it. Saving not only offers a buffer, but also means to make even more aspirational goals possible. Now, if you were once put like 10% of each paycheck aside, could you now aim for 10% of each Social Security check? Even just 5% is better than nothing, especially if you're investing it wisely. Yes, the stock market is down these days. We know that. But as billionaire Warren Buffett advises, it's also the ideal time to buy stocks that are undervalued and overly punished by these nervous investors. And we have a lot of nervous investors right now. For instance, the price to earnings is a way to evaluate stocks. The forward-looking, which is 12-month PE, price to earnings PE, on the S&P is back to historical averages, which is at 15.3 times versus 21 times earlier in 2021. So this shows evaluations are back in line with those historical averages. And to what Warren Buffett's point is, there are some buying opportunities within this market right now.
I was going to say the opportunities are there. Work with a professional, have that retirement plan. And, we talk about planning. It doesn't end when you actually hit retirement. I mean, this is to and through retirement. So make sure you're working with someone that has your best interests at heart. And that goes well into retirement. So again, you can still save, you can still invest, you can still work it, as they say, when you are in retirement. So that first year is going to be different for you. There's the adjustment period. There's prioritizing your expenses, and we just talked about keep saving. If you're in that mode, you can do it. You can keep investing, keep working it. Now this next one, we talk about this almost on a weekly basis because it's such a big part of retirement. It's not the end-all be-all of retirement, but Social Security, when you take it, how you take it, and how that fits into your overall plan is a big one.
Yes, and I gotta say, if you take your Social Security starting at, let's say, age 62, the earliest you can, you'll miss out on additional funds you'd reap at a later retirement age. And that's according to the Social Security Administration. So not just me, but also the Social Security Administration here, right? Now, if you wait until you hit, let's say, 66, the Social Security Administration calculates that you'd reap $1,000 instead of $750. Further, you could receive delayed retirement credits should you wait until full retirement age, which stops when you reach age 70. This should be evaluated well before you turn 67. I believe it's important to review this topic at least yearly from age 61 all the way through 69. And it could change, and it's due to the dynamics of what we're facing. You're dealing with the dynamics of the market, the economy, any new regulations or laws, coupled with your own dynamics within your own personal situation. Something that was planned for 3 years ago may be outdated and needs to be refreshed.
Folks, it is always about retirement. We are talking right now just about that first year and all the things that go into it. And it's going to be a little bit different because you've been acquiring, you've been saving, you've been working. And now all of a sudden, you're not. You're retired. So things to be aware of. I want to remind you, too, you're locked into Clear Picture Financial. There's going to be an opportunity to get on the calendar with Jason Noble, Prime Capital Investment Advisors. This is no cost, no obligation, and simply no pressure. See where you are in your planning process. There are a lot of do-it-yourselfers out there sitting on portfolios. Folks, that is not a plan. You'll listen to this show and you'll understand there's a lot that goes into retirement, and there are a lot of hoops you need to jump through. You don't want to get tripped up as you're moving into retirement. Right now we're talking about, hey, you're there. Make sure you're taking care of it. Adjustment period we've talked about. Prioritizing your expenses we've talked about. You can keep saving, keep investing as you move into retirement, with your income streams. Social Security, so vital. Make sure you're planning for it. Jason did a nice job of just explaining just how important that piece is. And this next one, we've already kind of mentioned. I mean, work with a professional. Sit down, get input from someone that does this on a daily basis.
Yeah, Mark, and I'll put it this way. Do you really know more than your doctor, lawyer, or home contractor? I mean, maybe sometimes with the home contractor, but knowing those who study that as their profession with the doctors and the lawyers. So just as you take all those answers for granted, nothing replaces a capable financial advisor. At least a yearly visit should be given, especially in periods of market volatility. I'm looking at meeting my clients more often when the markets are like this. Major life decisions, I need to be meeting with my clients more often as they make those transitions, especially into retirement.
Yeah.
Now, your advisor, they can identify spending problems, assist you with your bucket list items, and help you shoot for a retirement lifestyle of your dreams. Many also specialize in creating a detailed three-dimensional view of your situation. That's where I fit in with clear picture analysis, looking at all the different facets of the financial plan, the wealth plan, putting it all together to make sure the investments are in line within your retirement plan. Your retirement plan is in line with your investment strategy, and we're working together towards a common goal.
Here on Clear Picture Financial, we're going to open up 10 positions. We do this each week for our radio listeners, and this is your opportunity to come in and talk with Jason Noble and his staff at Prime Capital Investment Advisors. See where you are in your retirement planning process. If you're in the middle of something and you've got questions, that's a great opportunity for a second opinion. There are a lot of people out there that feel like, well, I'm already with somebody, I'm with this group, I'm with this firm. Folks, you can get a second opinion at any time. Get another set of eyes on what's going on with your portfolio, your current plan, and if you need to pivot. If it's okay, you're going to be told, hey, you're doing fine. But if you've got questions, use that spot for a second opinion. We're talking about that first year in retirement, the adjustment period, prioritizing your expenses, keep saving. You can certainly do that as you are in retirement. You've done it your entire life. You don't have to stop once you get into retirement. Make sure you have a strategy for Social Security on when you're going to take it. Some of you may want to take it or need to take it right away when you're eligible, or maybe you can put it off just a little bit and how that's going to fit into your plan. And then work with a pro that's been down this road before, can offer up suggestions as you move towards, the meat of your retirement. You are in those go-go years. You've just retired. So this is what you're doing in your first year. And last but not least, Jason, just put it all together in that first year and make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, and I'll just go, it's understandable, but often regrettable that new retirees feel an urgency to pack up all their living into a to do it now package. Not only does this make it harder to savor the moment, it also creates an undue stress to do it all, no matter the cost or stress. So no matter what kind of pressure you might be under financially, emotionally, even spiritually, pacing yourself makes room for gratitude and decreases the odds that you'll wind up being spent before your time.
We're here to help. We have, again, 10 positions for our radio listeners. They're available right now. Jason, let's walk them through what's going to happen for these 10 appointments next week. Yes,
Morgan, if you're one of the next 10 callers, we're going to custom design a clear picture analysis financial review, and that will indicate if you are in need of a full-blown wealth plan. That's going to refresh your financial plan, especially with all these changes that we're seeing in today's economy. We'll use that risk-first approach to help you protect your money and optimize your portfolio, provide tax optimization, see if there's any ways that we could put more money in your pocket, and we'll evaluate your estate plan. Listeners, we want to put that peace of mind to your retirement plan for the rest of your life, providing that clear picture of your financial future. This is complimentary for the next 10 callers, Morgan. How can they reach out to schedule these conversations?
Two convenient ways to do it, Jason. You can call this number right now, 800-948-1216. That's 800-948-1216. Or you can text Noble to 600-700. Again, we have 10 positions. They will go fast, but call now, 800-948-1216, or text Noble to 600-700. When we come back, well, guess what? We're going to talk about a survey, a 2022 retirement survey and insights report identifying concerning trends among pre-retirees. That's coming up next.